Guyana-born United States citizen Randami Prasad, called Prakesh or Prak, is accused of killing his wife, Bibi Shimina Deen, who was yesterday committed to stand trial in the next sitting of the Burmese Criminal Assizes. At the conclusion of the inquiry that was held at the Reliance Magistrates Court, Magistrate Adili Nagamutu ruled that a prima facie case had been made out of the 20 against the 47-year-old Prasad. The man allegedly murdered his wife on Tuesday, the 20th of March 2012. It is alleged that Prasad fatally shot the woman during a dispute at Lot 1071, New Area Canefield, East Kanji home at around 2300 hours on the night in question. The woman who operated a shop at the home was found with bullet wounds to the head and chest. Prasad reportedly fled the home while the victim's 13-year-old son was attempting to summon help after hearing his mother's screams. The couple had two sons, aged 13 and 16. The man had denied that he killed his wife. He told investigators that he was away all day at his farm, and when he came home in the night that he heard his wife die, and that people were saying that he had shot and killed her. He became afraid and ran away and hid in the bushes. He subsequently gave himself up in the company of his lawyer. The prosecution, which was conducted by Corporal Oren Joseph, called 11 witnesses, including the couple's son, who was the prosecution's star witness, and 5 police officers. During the trial, the defense and prosecution clashed on several occasions, and on one such occasion, the matter was referred to the High Court. Defense attorney Bakesh had submitted that no case was made out against his client and tried to discredit the prosecution's star witness. Prosecutor Joseph had countered that there was enough evidence presented and that at no time did the defense discredit the prosecution's story. The alleged murder weapon was subsequently found at a residence in New Forest following police investigations. Eugene St. Roman, who spent the last 10 years in prison awaiting trial for the rape and murder of a 13-year-old girl, has been released after a Canada-based charitable foundation raising the $60,000 EC funds needed to secure his bail. The judge found that his constitutional rights had been breached for keeping him on remand for over 9 years awaiting trial. I am really happy that the judge agreed with me that my client should no longer be allowed to languish in jail while the investigators got their act together, said attorney Martinez Francis, who has challenged the state on numerous occasions regarding his client's constitutional rights. His client will appear in court in December in relation to the death of his stepdaughter, Verlinda Joseph, whose body was found in a banana field in December 2002. A Nigerian man who pleaded guilty yesterday to falsifying passport documents and entering Guyana illegally told persons present at the Georgetown Magistrates Court that he came only to Guyana in search of opportunities to become successful. The particulars of the charge, which were read to the 47-year-old David Duca by Magistrate Anne McLean, stated that on July 2nd he arrived in Guyana by sea and disembarked without the consent of an immigration officer. It was further alleged that on August 15th at the Central Immigration Passport Office for the purpose of procuring a passport, he signed a document that said he was John Clark, knowing same to be false. Court documents revealed that on the same date the defendant, who is the owner of a Nigerian passport, number A01440321, entered Guyana through Springfields and did not go to consult an immigration officer. He then took refuge at a guest house in Princess Street, Georgetown. The defendant then spoke with a contact who goes by the name of Joseph. The contact informed him that he could assist him by getting a passport to stay in Guyana illegally. Joseph allegedly gave the defendant a birth certificate with the name John Clark, attached it to be filled out an application for a passport on August 15th. Duca went to the immigration office with the passport application and the birth certificate and signed his name as John Clark. Suspicions grew among immigration officers who attended to Duca and investigations were launched. The matter was later reported that he was arrested and charged for the said offense. Duca was subsequently fined $30,000 for an alternative 8 months imprisonment for the charge of illegal entry and $20,000 or 12 weeks imprisonment for the charge of falsifying passport documents. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Besessar and opposition leader Dr. Keith Rowley on Friday night met to discuss the upsurge in criminality across the country and have agreed to collaborate on anti-crime initiatives. The following is a full statement from the office of the Prime Minister. In a meeting held at the Diplomatic, Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Besessar, SC MP, and leader of the opposition Dr. Keith Rowley MP discussed the upsurge in crime and criminality facing the nation. The meeting came on heels of the Prime Minister's visit to residents of Duncan Street, Port of Spain on Thursday, and a meeting which Dr. Rowley held with affected residents at his Diego Martin East Constitutionary office and subsequently made an urgent request for a meeting with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister and Dr. Rowley and their support teams will meet again on Thursday, the 22nd of August, at the Diplomatic Center St. Anne's with a view of taking immediate action to treat with causative factors specifically related to the problems that have arisen in the last week. Consideration will also be given to new laws, such as creating a new offense regarding the displacement of residents by criminals. Both Prime Minister Prasad Besessar and Dr. Rowley said that on this issue we have common cause and we have agreed to approach the challenge that crime presents in a collaborative way.